This is an open exchange of ideas, strategies, processes and technologies designed to guide and inform with the overarching goal of improving brand performance.
I'm sure everyone in the room has asked this question, should we get into digital? Do we have a digital department? And it's such a kind of a transitionary kind of misnomer to your point, that it's all digital and it's all physical, it's all real, and it's how they relate, And digital once was the internet, but now it's a tablet, now it's a phone, it's another device. Soon it'll be your TV, in your living room, and all of these screens will interrelate with experiences in the real world. And I think for brands to succeed in any of this space, to be part of the conversation and to be accepted by any potential participant or consumer or partner, they have to be able to understand the relationships across all of these touch points to make sense, and to follow where the world wants you to go, not to build a big tower, and say, we are a brand, this is our big red tower, here's our logo on top, these are our guidelines, you will worship at our feet. If someone's doing something really well, I think the mistake would be to go, oh great, that works, so we'll just take that into the digital world. No, it's about sort of taking your philosophy, and using it in a new way in digital channels.
The priorities and expectations for companies and maybe the brands that you work with, or the work that you're doing in the past, here's some of the things that really mattered most pre-recession. Being mysterious. That was sort of the secret garden effect of your brand or your iPad app or your device, or maybe a fantastic new website you had just launched or a piece of print collateral. Confident, sensuous, trendy, glamorous. And now that we've moved into more of a we need each other and the brands need each other, and we need to think about how all of these interactions are meshing, which is really what we're talking about learning today. Kindness up 391%. Well, we don't hate each other quite so much. And one of the things is we feel like we suffered through the recession together. So, community and communal suffering quite often leads to a different kind of experience about many other things. High quality is up, the desire for high quality, friendly, socially responsible, which has been climbing for 6 or 7 years, and being a leader.
Type plays a huge role in branding. It determines the personality of every piece of communication that's seen. If you select the wrong typeface, it could communicate something completely different than what the brand is intending to say about itself.
The biggest challenges are probably scalability. You want the voice to be consistent across the range of sizes. And the typeface needs to be able to carry that same voice across that entire medium.
I still feel like I have to almost reverse engineer the concept. It's a lot easier when you're in startup mode or just entering the market space when you have eons of history and culture. How do you go forward and not take along that heritage with you, and does that heritage become baggage?
Is it a misnomer that people say, I need you to get my brand into the digital space? Aren't we really just trying to get their brand into more and more vehicles of communication?
Yeah, I mean, basically today every brand is already in the digital space.
Right.
And but then it's about, like, for our clients, it's often we need to be on mobile phones or we need an iPhone app. Often it's really just something like this. We have the iPhone now and we need an app, but what we always try to discuss with the client is, do you really need an iPhone app, or what is the purpose of this app or mobile site? So we always try to see a larger picture and what you're trying to achieve with it, instead of just doing an iPhone app because everybody has an iPhone.
Over the last 25 years or so, there's been great advances in digital type. I mean, we have much more and we can do more with it. But every step of the way, the engineers control more and more of what the type is. And it creates a barrier to the free kind of expression that you can have. There's more creativity in the designers than can get out into the digital realm.
The challenge is adapting to how type behaves in a certain environment. But I think you also need a trace of sympathy to put yourself in the shoes of a user and really understand how they're going to be interacting with the words that are conveyed in that typography.